When you think of the metal industry, what pops into your head? Probably something kind of old, right? Heavy, industrial, maybe even a little rusty. Well, get ready to have that image completely reforged.
Because we're about to explore a pretty radical idea. What if the answer to some of our biggest global challenges was actually metal? I know, it sounds a little out there, but stick with me.
To see how this is even possible, we have to start by looking at what's really a new age for this ancient industry.
Okay, so the way we think about metal is shifting, big time. That old picture of smokestacks and rust, you can pretty much throw that out. The new reality is smart, it's sustainable, and it's incredibly versatile. It's gone from being seen as, part of the environmental problem to being a key piece of the climate solution. It's a total 180.
So, how does this actually play out in the real world? Well, let's start with the very buildings around us and how we can make them greener and a whole lot stronger.
The first huge challenge is one we all see on the news. We're dealing with way more extreme climate events, and at the same time, we desperately need buildings that don't suck up so much energy. Let's be honest, a lot of our current infrastructure just wasn't built for this new reality.
And this is exactly where metal construction is stepping up. First off, we're talking about materials like steel and aluminum that are highly recyclable, which is a game changer for reducing carbon footprints. Then you've got things like cool metal roofs and insulated panels that are essential for creating net zero energy buildings. And this is so important. These materials are non-combustible. They have superior wind resistance. That means real, tangible protection against fires and storms. They're even being designed now to be smart, with built-in sensors that can predict when maintenance is needed. Now, let's step off the construction site and go inside the factories themselves, because the revolution isn't just in the final product, it's about how it's all made on what's now a smart factory floor.
Inside these places, the industry is facing this double whammy. On one hand, you have a major shortage of skilled labor, like welders. And on the other, you have a soaring demand for absolutely flawless precision on some really complex, custom designs. So how do you solve that? Well, technology is the answer, through a workflow that's been completely modernized. It all starts in the digital world with these incredibly detailed 3D models. Then, AI-optimized fiber lasers make these impossibly precise cuts way faster and with almost zero waste. From there, AI-guided robots handle the welding, delivering perfect, consistent results every single time. And the whole thing gets wrapped up with these durable, eco-friendly powder coatings that are much, much better for the environment. Now, this tech revolution isn't happening in a vacuum. It's actually happening alongside a massive economic shift. So let's look at how the entire supply chain is being rethought. And we all felt this one, right? The last few years made it painfully obvious just how fragile our global supply chains are. The pandemic showed just how weak those long-distance links can be, and it caused major disruptions. The solution that's gaining so much steam is a trend called reshoring. It's a fundamental move away from relying on overseas factories and those super long lead times. It's all about bringing manufacturing back home to create a stronger, more predictable supply chain that can deliver just in time. And don't think this is some small niche trend. The economic impact here is massive. Just look at this one segment of the industry, U.S. ornamental and architectural metalwork. It's projected to hit $11.9 billion in revenue by 2025. That's not just a number on a screen. That represents a huge revitalization of manufacturing, right here, creating jobs and making local economies a lot stronger. So when you start to put all these pieces together, the sustainability, the technology, and the economics, you can really see it. You can see how the future is literally being forged right now. There's this quote that just perfectly sums up this new mindset. It's this idea that metal isn't just some hidden structural element anymore. It's now being used intentionally, right up front, to shape the entire look, feel, and experience of a project. And here's the really crucial part. None of this is happening in a silo. These trends all feed each other in this incredibly powerful cycle. The precision you get from robots makes these amazing, sustainable building designs actually possible. Reshoring manufacturing brings innovators and fabricators closer, speeding up the development of new materials. And then you have policy, like Buy America rules for EV charging stations, which directly drives more demand for these domestic companies. It's all connected. So the big takeaway here is this. Metal is being completely reimagined. It's evolving from being just the hidden structural backbone of our world to becoming, as one designer put it, the artistic jewelry of the home and our cities.
Which, of course, leaves us with one final and really exciting question. If this is truly the new age of metal, what are we going to build with it?